Hey guys, it's Nat, and today I thought I would start my little reading vlog for The Caretaker by Marcus Cleaver. I did, I think, a vlog where I read like books in preparation for Halloween in 2024, and in that vlog I read We Used to Live Here by Marcus Cleaver. I have this book with me. I literally brought it with me to Korea, but it's on my bookcase, and if I get up you will fall down because we're on my bed. This is Marcus Cleaver's second book he released, and it is a horror book. So yeah, I loved his first book. I think I gave it 4 stars, but I've read it twice and I'm waiting impatiently for the film to come out on Netflix. But let me tell you about The Caretaker. I think I'm just gonna read you the blurb because it's such a good blurb. So it says, follow the rights. Nothing less than the survival of humanity is at stake. Exciting opportunity. Caretaker urgently needed. 3 days of work, competitive pay, serious applicants only. Macy Mullins can't say why the job posting grabbed her attention. It had the pull of a fisherman's lure, barbed hook and all. Vaguely ominous. But after an endless string of failed job interviews, she's not exactly in a position to be picky. She has rent to pay, groceries to buy, and a younger sister to provide for. Besides, it's only 3 days' work. 3 days cooped up in a stranger's house, surrounded by Oregon coast wilderness. What starts as a peculiar side gig soon becomes a walking nightmare. An unspeakable evil may dwell on this property, and Macy Mullins might just be the only thing standing between it and the rest of humanity. Follow the rights, follow the rights, follow the rights. It sounds so spooky. Literally, one of the authors that blurbed this book said, keep the lights on. He said Marcus Cleaver takes a familiar horror premise and makes it his own, drawing you into a lucid nightmare of a novel. That sounds so good. I love the way Marcus Cleaver creates a spooky situation, like a spooky atmosphere, and this in the middle of the wilderness, and it sounds like there might be some rituals, because it's follow the rites. Isn't rites there might be doing a sacrificial rite? But I feel like there's gonna be a demon or something. Imagine being stuck in the woods in the middle of nowhere for 3 days and there's an evil lurking. That's crazy. Also, why I loved his first book is it kind of has an open ending, so you don't know what actually happened. I'm curious to see how this one ends, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I'm very excited and I hope you guys are too. Okay guys, it's time to update my progress on The Caretaker by Marcus Cleaver. So I'm 91 pages into this book. That's kind of I feel like it's 40, maybe 35% into the book. Macy's already at the property. Her contract has started to be the caretaker of this property. The wife of David, who used to be the caretaker, has left. Macy is kind of already paranoid. Well, I don't blame her. She had to watch this VHS tape with all the warnings that David gave her. But then the wife's kind of he was a bit cuckoo bananas in his late age. So don't worry, I never had to open the envelopes that give extra details on what to do if certain situations happen. I loved Gemma's reaction. She was like, are you insane? Just take the 3 grand, the first third that she paid you, and run. Don't play with demons, just all these supernatural beings, which I kind of agree. I was talking with one of my friends and she was like, when I go to Japan, I want to go to that forest, the haunted forest, the suicide forest. And I was like, excuse me, what? I love horror movies, I love thrillers, I love horror books and thriller books. I love being scared in a fictional world. I am never going to any haunted place because, for one, I want my sanity to stay the way it is. I don't want it to get worse because sometimes I feel insane already. And then for a second. It belongs in a fictional world. I don't want to see it in real life and just question my morals and like my new perspective on life. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. It's quite slow, but I feel like it's slow in a good way where it's like building up the tension, the suspense. Like it keeps getting darker and darker since Macy's already in this house. There's also a cat. I love that. I feel like Marcus Kliewer loves adding pets into his books because in We Used to Live Here there was a dog. I think it was a golden retriever kind of dog, and I was like, I love this. And now there's a Siamese, I think that's how you say it, cat. Love those cats, they're so cute. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens because Macy's an interesting character. I feel like her psyche will definitely go through some things in this book, and I'm just curious. I feel like it's gonna have a similar, not ending, but similar like premise a little to We Used to Live Here, where like we won't be able to tell what's real and what's not real and what's just in the person's, in the character's mind. So yeah, I'm reading it slowly. It's like 7 in the morning. This is when I read. I try and wake up like at 6 and read for an hour because at the end of the day after work I get really distracted with either Netflix or playing The Witcher 3, so I'm glad I got a chunk read. It's also like Wednesday. I did not finish this book on the weekend. I got really busy and distracted again, so yeah, I'll take my time with it slowly. I have been tabbing it. So far so good. Okay guys, it's finally time for my final update for The Caretaker by Marcus Kliewer, and oh my god, was this disappointing. So it's been maybe like a week since I finished this book, and I did write a review straight away, I think, on Goodreads about my thoughts on this book, and it was just so disappointing. Like where I left you off, I think I was nearly 100 pages in. Macy just like got her contract, started her job. I thought this was gonna be spooky, but to me it just felt super boring. Like this was one of my most anticipated releases of 2026, and I was a very big fan of We Used to Live Here. See, I do have the book. I literally read this book 2 times. I reread it recently. I think originally I gave it 4 stars, but then I bumped it up to 4.5 stars because this book is eerie, and I think I was like kind of thinking about both of these books, and I think what lacked in this book was other characters. Yes, we had characters coming to Macy. There was this one girl that was like saving people from jumping off this cliff. I don't remember her name. We also had Gemma, Macy's sister, in this one. But in this one, we kept seeing the creepy characters, like, you know, the family that knocked on Eve's door. And they just kept getting spookier and spookier, freakier and freakier as we were going in this book. But in this book, it just lacked that oomph. Like, I love being scared, but I was not scared reading this book. I think that's why it also took me such a long time to finish it. I thought I was going to finish it in a weekend. I think it took me like, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe, if that. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, since page like 100, since I left you guys, I kept thinking like, why am I getting further into this book and nothing is happening? Like, Macy failing the rites were so easy. If you see this color bunny or any kind of bunny rabbit, you have to burn it. That's part of the rites. And she was like, no, I'm just gonna let it go. Like, you know, she's gonna fail the rites. And she just kept failing and failing the rites. Like the one with the lights, you have to keep them on. I didn't blame her for that one, because that one was a bit hard and you only had like a specific amount of time to like keep the lights on or like turn off the lights. I can't remember. And also the visitors weren't that creepy. Like, I wanted to see, I don't know, like a demon or something in this book. Also, Macy, the longer like we spent time with her as the reader, I was just like, I can't. You're a mess, girl. You need like therapy. She kind of makes me want to push myself to get my own therapy done. I think I will after reading this book. But yeah, it just lacked that spooky, eerie feeling. Yeah, at the beginning, I felt like I could see some hints of it, but it just wasn't creepy enough. Like, I don't want to give too many spoilers. I already gave a couple, but I don't think they're like major spoilers. I'm not going to talk about the ending of the book because it did try and trick us. That's all I will say. I'm just really disappointed because it could have been really good. I think like horror stories, spooky stories in the wilderness can be scary. And also, I didn't understand. I think David's wife, so David was the original caretaker, then it passed on to his wife. I think her name was Grace. I don't understand why she would leave the fate of humanity in Macy's hands. Like, she can already see this girl is desperate for money. There's probably something not mentally right with her. And you leave the fate of humanity in her hands? Like, do you want to die? And also, I was like, who pays someone 9 grand for house sitting for 3 days? That is an insane amount of money, even if you're rich. And I had a feeling like Macy should have known this too. I think Gemma, her younger sister, knew, like, you're not getting out. And as soon as the caretaker role is passed on to you, you're stuck until someone else comes. I liked the ending a little because it kind of like tricked us, like I said, but it just wasn't scary. This didn't feel like a horror. It just felt like a literary fiction that tried to be spooky but failed. And that really hurts me to say because I'm a big fan of We Used to Live Here. Like, I made one of my close friends read this and she really enjoyed it too. So I'm actually going to be giving her this book. We'll see if she likes it. But I'm like, this was a 2.5 out of 5-star read. This straight away after I finished it went on my to give away pile because I was like, this really failed. But I will pick up whatever Marcus Kliewer writes next because I still like his writing style and his storytelling, but I need him to make something as spooky as this one. This one had so much spookiness. This one, no spookiness. I don't understand the like glowing reviews. I know people like different things, but this and this, like this doesn't compare to this. This, bleh. This, yes. So I feel like a lot of people I've noticed who liked this book a lot didn't really like this one. But then other people, I don't know if they read this book, they were like, this is so good. And I'm like, nothing happened. And I like horror. I really do, and like thriller books, but no, this wasn't creepy. I need more. So that is my little reading vlog for this book. I really wanted it to end on a like 5-star read or at least a 4-star read, but sadly this was not the book for me. If you guys read The Caretaker, let me know. I'm curious about your thoughts. Like, I had one friend already message me saying she saw my review on Goodreads and she's like hesitant to pick this book up. I think you should still pick it up. Just go into it with like low expectations. Maybe my expectations were a bit too high for this novel, but sometimes like authors will write a miss for some readers, and this was a miss for me. So I think you should still like pick this book up, give it a go, but maybe don't spend money on it. Check if your library has it, because Marcus Kliewer books are expensive. Like this one, I love that I have, but this one I'm like, oh, maybe I should have bought the ebook, but the ebook was expensive too, so what can I do? I can just pass it on to someone that hopefully likes it. But yeah, thanks guys for watching this reading vlog. If you did, I really appreciate it. And yeah, let me know if you have any horror book recs for me to pick up next, as I would love to read a good horror book. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.